23-year-old Joseph Cam Joyner is behind bars for fatally shooting 22-year-old Devin Fincher. At 6:19 a.m. on Wednesday the 4th of October, authorities responded to Sunoco gas station at 6825 Hawkinsville Road in Macon, Georgia on reports of shots fired. When deputies arrived, they found Devin unresponsive with a gunshot wound and he was pronounced dead at the scene. During the investigation, authorities identified Joseph as a suspect. At just before noon, deputies arrested Joseph and charged him with murder and aggravated assault. Joseph is held at the Bibb County Jail without bond. The motive of the attack and the relationship between the men is unclear, as the investigation into the matter continues. 20-year-old James Small is behind bars for fatally shooting his roommate 23-year-old Charles Herzog. At around 11:30 p.m. on Monday the 2nd of October, authorities responded to a home at 6407 Durick Avenue in Louisville, Kentucky on reports of a man shot. When officers arrived at the residence, they found Charles with a gunshot wound and he died before he could be taken to hospital. During the investigation, authorities identified James as a suspect who had fled from the scene. James turned himself in the next day and confessed to the shooting. He told investigators that he was cleaning the gun when it accidentally went off and shot Charles. He told police he ran away after the shooting and disposed of the rifle, and admitted to drinking alcohol and smoking marijuana prior to the incident. James has been charged with manslaughter and tampering with physical evidence. He's held at the Jefferson County Jail with bond set at $250,000. The investigation into the matter continues. 66-year-old Stephen Heck is behind bars in connection to the death of his 63-year-old missing girlfriend Cynthia Alma Furtado. Cynthia was last seen leaving her home on the evening of Saturday the 23rd of September and failed to show up at a teaching job at Concord Preschool and Childcare at 1800 Fairfax Boulevard in Wilmington, Delaware, sparking concern. She worked at the school for 24 years. On Monday the 25th of September, authorities responded to a residence at the 3400 block of Birch Circle in Pike Creek, Delaware to complete a welfare check on her. Deputies noticed a car, purse, and cell phone were at the residence, and Cynthia was not there. The following day, detectives located Cynthia's remains in a wooded area near a parking lot in Carousel Park, located in Skyline Drive in Pike Creek, about a half a mile from her home, and her death was ruled a homicide. Her cause of death has not been disclosed. During the investigation, Stephen was identified as a suspect, and on Tuesday the 3rd of October, he was arrested without incident and charged with murder. He remains held at the Newcastle County Jail. The investigation into the matter continues. Police are searching for a suspect who fatally shot a 39-year-old man and stole his new car. At 12:36 a.m. on Tuesday the 3rd of October, authorities responded to the 200 block of B Street in Fayetteville, North Carolina on reports of a shooting. When officers arrived, they found a man in a critical condition suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was transported to hospital where he died from his injuries. The victim's been identified as Ricky Pennell McMillian Jr. Ricky had just bought himself a white Dodge Challenger with a black hood and told his grandmother who lived nearby that he was going to show the new car to his friends in the neighborhood and that he'll be back later. Authorities said that Ricky drove to the area of B Street when an unknown suspect approached his vehicle and demanded his keys at gunpoint. The suspect then shot Ricky several times and fled the scene in his car, taking with him a male passenger who was in the vehicle during the shooting. The passenger has since been located and is safe. Authorities said that the area is known for drugs and gun violence. The suspect remains on the run as the investigation into the matter continues.